Hi guys. Really sorry, but as soon as I'm about to upload this video, European Space Agency just wiped everything about 3I Atlas data on this website called Planetary Science Archive. You can see here clearly as I clicked 3i/Atlas in the checkbox, then clicked Search. Nothing is here anymore.
Stop what you're doing. A bombshell report surfacing online today points to what could be the biggest scientific cover-up in modern history. It concerns our mysterious visitor from another star system, Comet 3I Atlas, and a claim that the European Space Agency is hiding its most critical secrets. Take a look at the data being circulated. It's from ESA's own public archive, related to the observations made just last week by the ExoMars orbiter. The claim is simple, and it's shocking. While most of the data is scheduled for a standard release in 2026, the most important data set, the one that could tell us what this object truly is, has allegedly been locked away. The release date? Not 2026, not 2036, the year 2099. That's not a delay, that's a tomb. A 74-year embargo designed to ensure that most of us alive today will never know the truth. This has all the hallmarks of a cosmic Watergate, a deliberate act of concealment on an unprecedented scale. Today, we're asking the question, what did the European Space Agency find, and why are they so determined to hide it? To understand the gravity of this claim, you first need to understand what kind of data we're talking about. The allegation isn't about the images or the raw telemetry, it's about the spectroscopic data. Spectroscopy is the holy grail of astronomical analysis. It's how we fingerprint the universe. By splitting the light from a distant object into its component parts, like a prism creating a rainbow, scientists can read its chemical signature. They can identify elements, molecules, and minerals with incredible accuracy. This is the data that would tell us if 3I Atlas is just another lump of ice and rock, albeit one from another star, or if it's something far, far stranger. Spectroscopy can detect complex organic molecules, the building blocks of life. In its most advanced forms, it could even detect potential biosignatures, the subtle chemical imbalances in an atmosphere or on a surface that scream the presence of life. This is the smoking gun, the single most important data set we could possibly collect from an interstellar object. And this is what has supposedly been buried in a digital archive for 3/4 of a century. The claim circulating online suggests this is a deliberate strategy. Space agencies like ESA often operate with a degree of immunity from public disclosure laws like the Freedom of Information Act. They have the power to control their own data. The speculation is running wild. Is this an attempt to control a world-changing narrative? To prevent mass panic? Or is it something more calculated? Could a discovery have been made that threatens established science, religion, or even powerful economic interests? Imagine if 3I Atlas showed signs of being an artifact, a piece of technology. The revelation would rewrite everything we thought we knew about our place in the cosmos. Hiding that discovery wouldn't just be a scientific decision, it would be a geopolitical one. This isn't just a random theory. It's centered on a very real and very mysterious object that is currently speeding through our solar system. To grasp the stakes, we need to understand the story of our cosmic visitor. Our story begins just a few months ago, on July 1st, 2025. The Atlas telescope in Chile, a system designed to scan the heavens for asteroids that might pose a threat to Earth, flagged a faint object moving in a peculiar way. As astronomers around the world turned their telescopes towards it, they calculated its orbit and came to a stunning conclusion. This object was not one of ours. It wasn't bound by the sun's gravity in a predictable elliptical path. It was on a hyperbolic trajectory, a clear sign that it had come from the vast emptiness of interstellar space, was merely passing through, and was destined to leave us forever.
It was officially designated 3I Atlas, making it only the third interstellar object ever confirmed to have entered our solar system. The first was the bizarre cigar-shaped Oumuamua in 2017, and the second was the more conventional-looking comet 2I Borisov in 2019. Each of these visitors is a priceless scientific gift. They are messages in a bottle from another star, physical samples of a distant solar system delivered right to our cosmic doorstep. Early observations of 3I Atlas with the James Webb Space Telescope revealed it was already unusual. It had a coma, a gassy envelope that appeared to be dominated by carbon dioxide, not water, which is more typical for comets from our own solar system. This was our first clue that we were dealing with something special. The real excitement, however, was its flight path. It was going to pass incredibly close to the planet Mars. On October 3, 2025, just over 1 week ago, 3I Atlas made its closest approach, coming within 19 million miles of the red planet. And waiting for it was ESA's ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter, or TGO. For a full week, from October 1st to the 7th, TGO's suite of advanced instruments had a front-row seat to this cosmic spectacle. Its powerful camera, CASSIS, and its highly sensitive spectrometer, NOMAD, gathered an unprecedented amount of close-range data. This was our golden opportunity to analyze an interstellar object like never before. And it's the data from that encounter that is now at the heart of this incredible controversy. The situation is made even more intriguing by the voice of one of the world's most high-profile and controversial astronomers, Professor Avi Loeb of Harvard University. Professor Loeb gained international fame for his bold hypothesis that our first interstellar visitor, Oumuamua, was not a natural object, but could have been a piece of alien technology, a probe, a solar sail, or even wreckage from an alien ship. He faced immense criticism from his peers for this, but he has remained steadfast in his belief that science must be open to extraordinary possibilities. When 3I Atlas was discovered, Loeb immediately urged the scientific community not to make the same mistake of dismissing it as just another comet too quickly. He has publicly stated that he believes there is a significant chance, perhaps as high as 30 or 40%, that this new object could also be artificial. His argument is one of simple probability and stakes. Even if the chance is small, the consequence of finding alien technology is so profound that we must investigate it with the utmost seriousness.
His advocacy goes beyond just scientific papers. It's been reported that Loeb has been actively pressing international bodies, including the United Nations, to take a leading role in the investigation of objects like 3I ATS. He believes that such a discovery would not belong to a single country or a single space agency. It would belong to all of humanity. He's calling for complete transparency, for all data to be shared openly and immediately so that the best minds from across the globe can analyze it together. His campaign for UN oversight is a direct challenge to the kind of secrecy that is being alleged in this 74-year embargo.
It's as if he anticipated that a discovery of this magnitude could trigger an impulse for secrecy and control. So we have a genuine mystery from the stars, a top-tier space agency in the perfect position to study it, and a leading Harvard astronomer warning us that we might be dealing with alien technology. This brings us back to the central question: is the evidence of a cover-up credible? Let's look critically at the information being presented. The claim of a 2099 release date is explosive, but the proof offered is a screenshot of the ESA data archive. When you look closely at that screenshot, at the actual data entry columns, you see a list of files. You can see the instrument names, like Nomad, the very spectrometer we've been talking about. But when you look at the column for the release date, you see something that directly contradicts the claim. Every visible date is April 1, 2026. This 2026 date represents a completely standard 18-month proprietary period. This is common practice across all fields of science. It gives the scientific team that spent years or even decades building the instruments and planning the observations the first chance to analyze the data and publish their findings. After that period, it becomes public for everyone. What we do not see in the actual data table is any mention of the year 2099. That date appears to come from text that was overlaid on top of the screenshot. Furthermore, ESA has not been completely silent. They have already released several images of the comet taken by the TGO orbiter. They are beautiful, showing the comet as a bright smudge of light against the blackness of space. While these images don't reveal any earth-shattering secrets, the act of releasing them at all seems inconsistent with a policy of total information lockdown. So where does that leave us? We are standing at a crossroads between two incredible stories. In one version, a space agency has made the discovery of a lifetime and has hidden it from the world, triggering a 74-year-long secret. It's a story of conspiracy, of profound truths being controlled by a powerful few. A story that validates every suspicion we've ever had about what authorities might be hiding from us. In the other version, a sensational claim has been built around a misunderstanding or a deliberate misrepresentation of standard scientific procedure. It's a story of how our deep desire to believe in the extraordinary can make us see conspiracy in the mundane details of data management. The truth about 3I ATS is still out there, locked in the data that will be released in 2026. Until then, we are left to wonder. Perhaps it is just an unusual but perfectly natural comet from a faraway star, or perhaps, just perhaps, it is something more. The universe is under no obligation to make sense to us, and the only thing we know for sure is that the greatest discoveries are often the ones we least expect. We must continue to watch, to question, and to wonder.